Broncos country, buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into the bright future of our Denver Broncos, with a big spotlight on our guy, Troy Franklin. That's right, the wide receiver who's got fans dreaming big about what he can bring to the 2025 season. So grab a cold one, throw on that Broncos cap, and let's talk about how Sean Payton is going all in on our young talent to light up the offense and send Mile High Stadium into a frenzy. Today, we're breaking down a red-hot story straight from Fansided, where Sean Payton dropped a bold prediction about Troy Franklin. He believes our guy is ready to take a massive leap in his second year in the NFL. And Broncos country, if Payton's saying that, he's seen something special. So let's break down why Franklin might just be the game changer our offense needs, and how he's going to have you yelling, "Go Broncos," on every play. For those of you just tuning into Broncos vibes, let me introduce Troy Franklin. This dude's a wide receiver out of the University of Oregon, where he was Bo Nix's favorite target. That's right, these two were already a dynamic duo in college, hooking up for 23 touchdowns in Eugene. Imagine the chemistry they've already got. The Broncos picked up Franklin in the 4th round of the 2024 draft, and fans were already hyped because Payton actually traded up to get him. That's no small thing, Broncos country. When Payton sticks his neck out for a player, it's because he believes that guy can be a game changer. In his rookie season, Franklin had his ups and downs. He finished with 28 catches, 263 yards, and 2 touchdowns in 16 regular season games. Not exactly jump-out-of-your-seat numbers, Nas. But hey, let's put it in context. He was a rookie, adjusting to a league that's a whole different beast from college football. Plus, he was competing in a crowded depth chart with guys like Courtland Sutton and Marvin Mims Jr. ahead of him. Even so, he showed flashes of brilliance, like that gorgeous 43-yard touchdown against the Bills in the wildcard game. If you saw that play, you know what I'm talking about. The guy flew down the field and sent the crowd into a frenzy. So, Broncos country, what do you think? Did you catch that Franklin touchdown in the playoffs? Drop a comment and tell me what went through your mind when he snagged that pass and dashed to the end zone. That was one of those proud to be a Bronco moments, right? Now let's get to the good stuff, Sean Payton's prediction. Our head coach, an offensive genius by the way, Danenz, is looking at Franklin and seeing a guy who can follow in Marvin Mims Jr.'s footsteps. In case you missed it, Mims had a breakout second season in 2024, turning into an all-pro and a straight-up weapon for the Broncos. Payton's betting that Franklin can make that same kind of leap in 2025. And when Payton talks about a leap, he's not messing around. He's talking about a guy who could become our WR2, or maybe even more, depending on how things shake out. Payton sees Franklin as a Z'd receiver. That's the guy lining up opposite the main wideout, but who can also move around the field and line up in the slot. He loves Franklin's speed, and let me tell you, this kid is lightning fast. He ran the 40-yard dash in 4.41 seconds at the combine, which is crazy for a guy his size. But it's not just speed. Payton's pumped about Franklin's smarts, the football IQ he's shown since training camp. The kid learns fast, asks the right questions, and always wants to improve. That's gold for a coach like Payton, who thrives on developing young talent. Broncos country. Can you picture Franklin running crisp routes and leaving cornerbacks in the dust? Gives me chills just thinking about him and Bo Nix connecting on a 50-yard bomb at Mile High. What's your dream play for Franklin this season? Drop it in the comments. I want to know what's going on in those orange and blue minds of yours. But hey, it wasn't all sunshine and roses for Franklin in his rookie season. He had to deal with some rough patches like dropping passes in key moments and struggling to build chemistry with Bo Nix early on. Back in college, those two were like Batman and Robin. But in the NFL, it's a different beast. Defenses are faster, the windows are tighter, and Franklin was still adjusting to Payton's playbook, which, let's be honest, isn't exactly a walk in the park. Another thing, he started kind of low on the depth chart. With Courtland Sutton as the WR1, Marvin Mims breaking out in year 2, and even Devon Vele, a 7th-round rookie, getting snaps, Franklin really had to grind for every minute on the field. He only played 37% of the offensive snaps during the regular season, which is actually less than Vele, who had 53%. That just shows how hard Franklin had to fight for his chances. But here's the cool part. He finished the season strong. After Josh Reynolds hit injured reserve, Franklin started getting more targets, and he proved he could be clutch. In the final 2 games of the regular season, he led the team in receptions, grabbing 5 catches for 50 yards in a dominant 33-10 win over the Saints. And of course, that playoff touchdown against the Bills, that was his "I've arrived" moment. Like, I'm here, Broncos country, and I'm not going anywhere. So Broncos fans, what was your favorite Franklin moment from 2024? Was it that playoff TD or another play that made you see his potential? Drop it in the comments, because I know y'all are just as hyped as I am. Now let's look ahead. 2025 could be the year Franklin really breaks out. Payton's confident the kid's ready to take a leap like Mims did, and that's music to Broncos country's ears. Mims had a quiet rookie year too, then turned into a beast in 2024, making explosive plays and even earning Pro Bowl honors as a returner. If Franklin follows that same path, defenses better watch out. One big reason for the optimism, Bo Nix is heading into year 2 with the same offensive system. That's huge, Broncos fans. Last year, Nix was still learning Payton's playbook from scratch, which made it tough to sync with Franklin. But now, with a year of experience and the same play caller, their chemistry could go back to those Oregon glory days. Just imagine Nix launching a rocket downfield and Franklin using that crazy speed to torch the safety and take it to the house. That's the kind of play that makes Mile High shake. Franklin's also putting in the work to shore up his weaknesses. He knows he needs to be more consistent catching the ball, especially in big moments. Payton's already praised his work ethic, saying, "Franklin's one of those guys who never stops asking questions, learning, and getting better." And with some veterans moving on and new faces coming in, like tight end Evan Engram, this Broncos offense is getting more dynamic, which could open up even more chances for Franklin to shine. Broncos country, what do you think Franklin needs to do to lock down that WR2 spot? Is it just about getting more targets, or does he need to have a monster camp? Let us know what you think, because I know this orange and blue fan base sees the game like pros. Sean Payton's known for building offenses like puzzles. Every piece has its place, and Franklin might be one of the most exciting pieces in that puzzle. He's not just fast, he's got size, 6'2", and serious YAC ability. In college, he was a menace on intermediate routes and deep balls, and Payton wants to use that to stretch the field and create space for others. With Courtland Sutton still the alpha and Mims bringing the explosive factor, Franklin could be the final piece in a dream trio. Don't sleep on Devon Vele, who's on the rise, and Evan Engram, who'll take pressure off the receivers with his versatility. This offense is starting to look like a nightmare for defenses, and Franklin could be the guy who tips the balance in tight games. But hey, Broncos country, it's not just about talent. Coach Payton loves players with a strong mindset, and Franklin is proving he's got it. He went through a rookie year full of challenges, but he never hung his head. With Payton's trust and his chemistry with Nix, 2025 could be the year he becomes a household name across the NFL. What do y'all think about Payton's plan for Franklin? Is he going to be the guy who changes the game for our offense, or does he still need more time? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Broncos country always brings the heat. One thing we can't ignore is the competition Franklin's gonna face. The Broncos brought in Pat Bryant, a third-round rookie wide receiver already drawing comparisons to Michael Thomas from Payton. That's high praise. But it also means Franklin's got to grind to earn his targets. Then there's Sutton, working on a new contract, and Mims, who's already an up-and-coming star. Vele's bringing the heat too, and Engram's definitely going to take a few catches in the passing game. It's both a good and tough situation. On the one hand, having this many weapons makes the Broncos' offense unpredictable. On the other, Franklin's got to stand out in OTAs and training camp to lock in a big role. But if there's one thing we know, this dude doesn't back down. He proved that late in 2024 when Reynolds went down, and he stepped up as the go-to target in several games. Broncos country, who do you think is going to lead the team in targets in 2025? Could Franklin outpace Mims or even Sutton? Let us know in the comments. I know y'all love a good debate. Look, the thing that's got me hyped is how the Broncos are building something special with Payton at the helm. That 2024 season was a huge step forward. First playoff appearance since 2015, a top 10 scoring offense, and Bo Nix proving he might just be the guy. And Franklin? He's the cherry on top. With his speed, the connection with Knicks, and Payton's confidence in him, he's got everything it takes to become the next big name in Denver. We all know being a Broncos fan is a roller coaster. After Super Bowl 50, it's been a rough ride. But now it's time to believe again. Franklin's the kind of player who makes us dream big plays, game-winning touchdowns that make Mile High erupt. And with Payton shaping this offense, we might be on the verge of something epic. So Broncos country, let's lock in. What do you want to see from Troy Franklin in 2025? A 1,000-yard season, 10 touchdowns, or just that one clutch moment that gets us jumping off the couch? Drop it in the comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss a thing about our Broncos. Let's ride this season together, because orange and blue never quits. Go Broncos!